Thousands of years ago, history spoke of a single man, Prophet Ibrahim, called the Imam of humankind. He was neither Jew nor Christian, but a servant wholly devoted to God's command. From his obedience sprang two lineages, through Ismail, the Arabs, and through Ishaq, Yaqub, known as Israel. Yet the promise was never about blood or race, it was about submission to the One. Today we ask, why does faith transcend lineage? Why does Islam reject the notion of a chosen race? In this journey, we will unveil the hidden chapters of Bani Israel, where obedience was rewarded with divine favor. But deviation drew a stern warning. This is their untold saga. Prophet Ibrahim's covenant marked the birth of a sacred mandate. Indeed, I will make you an imam for the people, God proclaimed. Quran 2:1-24. But from this noble mission emerged two distinct peoples. One found guidance through Muhammad, the final messenger, the other through Yaqub and his descendants Bani Israel. For them, divine mercy manifested in miracles, rescue from Pharaoh's oppression, the gift of the Torah, and the appointment of prophets among their ranks. Yet such favor came with conditions, unwavering faith and obedience. What happens when a nation turns its back on its pledge? The answer lies in the chapters that follow, where divine grace meets human frailty. Under Moses' leadership, Bani Israel witnessed the parting of the sea and the revelation of the Torah. And we preferred you over the worlds, God reminded them. Quran 2:47. Yet such honor was pledged on obedience alone. When they fashioned a calf and worshipped what they themselves had molded, history turned its page. Prophets were rejected, commandments ignored, and unity fractured. Two great transgressions led to two great exiles. And still today, their saga serves as a universal admonition. Spiritual dignity flourishes only when faith aligns with action. After Sinai, Bani Israel scattered across empires and continents into Babylon's courts, Egypt's sands, Ethiopia's hills, and Europe's valleys. The Quran speaks of two destructions and two restorations, each echoing a single truth: deeds shape destiny. Quran 17:7. Where some communities clung to divine guidance, others drifted into exile of the spirit. Yet through every hardship, small tribes held on to ancient rites: eighth-day circumcision, Sabbath observance, dietary laws. These practice echoes of their covenant survive in pockets of Beta Israel, Lemba, and Igbo, a testament that faith, not lineage, is the true heritage of Ibrahim's seed. The final prophet to address Bani Israel was Isa, son of Mary. He came to reaffirm the Torah, to call them back to pure monotheism. Yet many turned away, preferring tradition over truth. The Quran recounts how God lifted him beyond their grasp, preserving his mission until a promised return. This episode underscores a vital lesson. True guidance transcends miracles, resting on sincere belief. For in every era, those who uphold divine message, regardless of blood, are the heirs to Ibrahim's legacy. The final chapter of Bani Israel began with the coming of Muhammad not to replace them, but to complete the universal message. He echoed Abraham's call: submission to one God, beyond tribe or tongue. We have not sent you, except all mankind, as a bringer of good tidings. Quran 34-28. From the sands of Mecca to the corners of the world, this message transcended lineage. It invited Jew and Arab, Persian and Roman, into a single fellowship of faith. In that moment, the promise made to Ibrahim expanded from a people defined by blood to a community defined by belief. O humanity, we created you from a single soul to know one another, declares the Quran 49-13. This verse shattered the idea that any race holds spiritual privilege. In Islam, honor is measured by taqwa, God consciousness, never by ancestry. The very words of revelation break every barrier of color, language, or clan. When believers stand shoulder to shoulder in prayer, there is no white row, black row, or yellow row, only one human race, united in purpose. Such unity is the living legacy of Ibrahim's covenant. Within a century, Islam spread from Andalusia's olive groves to Bengal's paddy fields. Kings and commoners embraced a creed that honored justice and equality. In Cordoba's libraries, Jewish scholars thrived alongside Muslim thinkers. In Timbuktu, African custodians preserved Quranic manuscripts. In Xi'an, Chinese Muslims built mosques in Silk Road cities. Each community bore different skin, spoke different tongues, yet shared identical rights: 5 pillars, one prayer, unified direction. This global tapestry revealed the power of an idea. Faith, not flesh, forges civilization. But history also shows the perils of pride cloaked in piety. Empires invoked divine favor to legitimize conquest, and rulers claimed racial superiority to subjugate others. Such abuses betrayed Ibrahim's legacy, twisting a spiritual covenant into political privilege. When faith is weaponized, unity shatters. Islam's message insists, only deeds bind us to God, never dissent. Every act of generosity, every moment of humility, welds the true bond that prophets taught, transcending color lines and kingdoms. 2 destructions befell Bani Israel, 2 restorations followed. These cycles echo a universal law. Collective rise and fall hinge on moral choices. Obedience begets strength. Defiance invites ruin. Today's believers inherit this cautionary tale. We stand at another crossroads: environmental collapse, social unrest, ideological fracture. The only path forward mirrors the old covenant. Uphold justice, honor the covenant, and reject any claim of superiority. In doing so, we honor Ibrahim's true legacy: a community of equals under one sovereign. In every era, small groups kept the flame alive: Beta Israel in Ethiopia, the Lemba in southern Africa, Jewish communities in India. They maintained ancient rites. Circumcision on day 8, Sabbath observance, purity codes. These practices testified that faith outlasts empire. Yet Islam teaches, such rituals gain meaning only through sincere devotion. External forms without internal faith ring hollow. Our challenge is to embody both ritual guided by moral conviction, lest we repeat the mistakes of those who lost their way. The story of Isaac underscores this truth. Sent to restore Torah's purity, he performed miracles, healing the blind, raising the dead, yet many shut their hearts. The Quran records, they did not kill him nor crucify him, but it was made to appear so. 4-157. His fate reminds us, miraculous signs cannot compel belief. True faith arises from the soul's awakening. When external wonders overshadow inner transformation, the covenant fractures again. With Muhammad ﷺ, the final testament arrived. A universal guidance encompassing all prior revelations. No longer limited by tribal boundaries, this message demanded equitable treatment for all. There is no compulsion in religion. 2-256 proclaimed the Quran, an explicit rebuke to any state-mandated faith. This principle safeguarded minorities, including Bani Israel communities under Muslim rule, who thrived with autonomy. Justice, not race, became the touchstone of governance. In modern times, the scars of racial ideology persist: apartheid in South Africa, genocides in Europe. Yet Muslim movements in Asia and Africa forged alliances across ethnic lines, defending oppressed Jews, Christians, and pagans alike. This solidarity reflects the Quran's promise: whosoever does good, it is for his own soul. 41-46. Once more we see Piety transcends pigment. Action eclipses ancestry. Today's world demands a new awakening, a return to foundational truths. Social media amplifies tribalism. Nationalism beckons. Yet the same divine covenant that shaped Abraham's children offers a cure. Brotherhood, through shared conviction. When we see one another not as other, but as fellow seekers of truth, we revive the spirit that once bound empires of thought and culture. Imagine each believer as a branch on Ibrahim's tree rooted in submission, branching into endless diversity. No branch can claim superiority. Each draws life from the same trunk. Cut one branch, and the tree weakens. Nourish them all, and the forest flourishes. This is the vision of a true Ummahun body. Many members, united in purpose. Across continents, converts testify to Islam's universal appeal. From Filipino fishermen to Japanese scholars, from Brazilian academics to Swedish artists, millions found in its message a refuge beyond ethnic ties. Their stories underscore a timeless truth. Faith's invitation extends to all who seek, irrespective of birth. Each new heart rekindles the original promise made to Ibrahim's submission over bloodline. Justice forms the bedrock of Islamic ethics. The Quran commands, "Stand firm for justice, witnesses for God, even if against yourselves." 4:135. This mandate echoes the covenant that demanded Bani Israel uphold God's laws. When rulers abandon equity, oppression follows. But where faith fuels fairness, societies thrive. Islam's legacy of courts and charitable trusts across history reflects this principle in action. In our digital age, identity politics reigns supreme. Yet, tribal loyalties often blind us to shared humanity. The lessons of Bani Israel remind us, no group holds moral monopoly. Every community can err. Every individual can repent. Our focus must shift from asserting superiority to cultivating integrity, repairing the world through acts of compassion and truth. Re-examining history with honesty dissolves prejudice. Recent scholarship uncovers Jewish contributions to Islamic golden ages and Muslim defenders of Jewish rights under colonial regimes. These stories defy simplistic narratives. They reveal an intertwined heritage, a shared tapestry of scientific, artistic, and spiritual breakthroughs born from cooperation. Global challenges: climate change, pandemics, inequality demand collective action. No single race or nation can solve them alone. Here lies the practical wisdom of the Abrahamic covenant. Unity in diversity, service over self-interest. When we heed this, we transform rivalries into alliances, polarization into partnership. Consider the story of a small Muslim-Jewish coalition in Europe's bitter foes, now united to feed the homeless. They recall the ancient lesson: generosity refines the soul, regardless of creed. Their combined efforts echo the Quranic promise: whoever saves a life, it is as if he saved all mankind. 5:32. Faith translates into action, bridging divides left by centuries of mistrust. As we trace these hidden sagas, a pattern emerges. Divine favor follows humility, not heritage. The true heirs of Ibrahim are not those of his blood, but those of his spirit, those who uphold justice, compassion, and monotheism. They form a spiritual lineage, transcending maps and passports. The mystery of Bani Israel need not remain buried. By studying their rise and fall, we glean insights for our time. Their saga invites us to examine our own covenant with God, with one another, and with creation itself. Will we honor it, or let it fade into oblivion? In upcoming episodes, we will explore parallel sagas, the hidden chronicles of early Christians, the untold legacy of Zoroastrian sages, and the lost empires of Asia. Each story resonates with a common chord: humanity's quest for meaning beyond walls of tribe and tradition. For now, reflect on this central question. Does your identity arise from birthplace or from the choices you make? In a world fixated on labels, faith offers a radical alternative: to be known by deeds, not descent. This choice, ancient as Ibrahim's test, remains the greatest saga of all. If this hidden saga stirred your curiosity, share it with those seeking truth. Together, we can revive forgotten lessons and build bridges across time and space. The covenant lives on in every act of justice, and mercy join us in honoring it. Don't miss our next deep dive into the lost tribes of Israel, unveiling archaeological clues and oral traditions that challenge conventional history. Hit the bell icon to journey with us through time's most enduring mysteries. This channel, Hidden Sagas, brings you stories that history nearly forgot. From prophets to empires, myths to manuscripts, we illuminate the shadows of our past. Stay tuned as we continue to uncover truths that transcend borders and beliefs. Thank you for watching. May these hidden tales inspire you to question, to learn, and to unite across divides. Subscribe, comment your thoughts, and share this video with fellow seekers. Until next time, peace and blessings upon you.